What's up, everybody? This is Ryan. I'm out here in the forest today. I decided to come out here and look around and see what all has gone on in this area. This is one that I've recorded before a few times. Anyway, before I get to it, I want to thank all of you that have come to join me over at my other channel, the Paranormal Rush Hour Video Podcast with Ryan Rush. If you haven't, please go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can find it easily. Anyhow, I've been receiving a lot of rocks lately in odd places on my porch and stuff. So I decided to come out here and see what's going on. And they have done some interesting things in this little area. Check this out. Okay. There is a stick right there laying through this bent sapling here. And that's really interesting, I thought. And then you can follow that stick up and it goes into this X formation right here with another tree bend over here going around. So I thought that was pretty neat. I thought that was a really interesting formation there. And you can see it's actually made on something that's actually raised a little bit. I put this rock here. This was my gift back to them. So I put it in a place where it hopefully won't fall off. And anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting right there. There are some other things up here too that they've done because we've had tons of trees fall lately. And if you hear something else, it's probably my dogs because they are up there somewhere waiting on me. And anyway, right here, this was pretty neat too. Got a twig hanging over that. But then we've got this bend right here. And it's actually going around where that one's bent and curved and laid upon this stump here. Now, this is neat too, the way that stick is going down, swooping downward like that. So I thought that was pretty neat also. I don't recall seeing that one before. This place is kind of weird because I've always wondered about these mounds. Okay, there's several of them in this one area, okay? This is one of them right here. Right in between where that structure I just showed you and this one I just showed you are. Sorry, the mosquitoes are terrible right now. So I don't know how long I can tolerate being out here, but I forgot my bug spray. Anyway, yeah, there's rocks all over it, and it's actually piled up. Let me get down so you guys can actually see how it's raised up. Like, this is ground level, more or less. And you can see it's actually like a mound. I don't know what the deal is with that. I've never known, and I'm not about to go dig them up. So anyway, this is the area though, we're close to it, where right before we got this property, there was a big pile of dirt, and once someone, I guess, found out, or I don't even know what the deal was, I guess maybe word got around and someone came and dug it up. And we've never been able to figure out why that happened. But one day there was a mound of dirt there, and the next day it was a hole. Or the next week or whenever. So I thought that was weird. Anyway. So there's all kinds of stuff over here, and some of it may be repeats because I've recorded this area a few times. But there's stuff like this everywhere. All through this place. Right here. Yep. They just come here and do things. And there's plenty of sticks laying around for them to create whatever they want with. That's interesting right there. How that is just so perfectly leaned up on that tree. Now, if that fell naturally, I'd say that is some extreme precision by Mother Nature. And it could happen. However, when you see all these other things, it's highly unlikely that that was placed naturally. So that's why I don't really contribute things in an area where there are lots of other formations to nature. So anyway, just one more thing I'm going to show you guys over here before I take off and reserve the rest of the blood that the mosquitoes have left me. Right here. Check this out. Now my friend Leonard Mott Jr. has drawn this for me once already. And I love it. It's an awesome drawing. He does some amazing artwork. And on my podcast channel, you guys can see all the stuff I display his art in my studio. So you guys will be able to see lots of what he has sent me. But this tree right here was bent around that tree. And the interesting thing about it to me is I drove by it one day, and this has been here for years. I drove by it one day and that tree was not bent. And the next day I drove right by it and it was bent around that oak right there. So I thought that was really cool. And it has stayed that way because it used to be anchored underneath that log right there. And that has since broken off and now it is stuck there in that formation. I thought that is kind of neat. So anyway, I'll just walk up this way a little bit. Wolfie says hi, and let you guys see some of the scenery here. You can see how many trees I've had that used to be standing in the ground, which are now laying on the ground. It's crazy. Yep. Anyway, next video I'm planning to go down that way. That way is where I have recorded loads of their structures because they tend to, I used to call it like the Sasquatch playground or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to go look back at what I titled those videos, but that's what I called it at one time because of how much stuff they had. It looks like they just went down there and created art. It's a really interesting place to check out. But anyway, right here too, I'm wondering if they're not using this as a shelter because this tree had fallen here. Wow, I wonder if I could get that. The moon looks so cool up there right now. Those clouds. It's not as pretty on the screen as it is on my eyes, but you know, that's how it goes. I tried for you guys. Anyway, this stuff though is really cool. And everybody, all of you, can go out and find this stuff. You don't have to be looking for a Bigfoot to find what they've done. They have things literally everywhere. They have done things all over the woods. And you can find them all over the woods if you go and look. You know what I mean? Like right here, I didn't notice this before, but check that out. That looks like something they did. Skinned that bark off. They use bark, and that looks like a tulip poplar. I can't really see the leaves too well, but that's what it looks like to me. And I know for a fact they use tulip poplar bark. It has multitudes of medicinal purposes. So there's all kinds of things that they do that are very interesting. So anyway, I'm going to end it here, guys. So I appreciate everybody watching, and leave me a comment as always and let me know what you think. And remember, go check out my podcast. I do it on everything paranormal, and I also divulge a lot of the information I have learned about the Sasquatch, from the Sasquatch even, on that channel. So you guys can go through and check it out. I've categorized all of my episodes and all of my email episodes where I share other people's encounters. So you can go through and feel free to pick them apart. All right, guys. Till next time, take it easy, and I'll see you guys soon.